cook. She got the recipe. She got what you need. That girl can cook. That black girl magic. I gotta have it.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a creamy, delicious seafood pasta, y'all. Alright, so look, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. But before we do, make sure you boil your pasta. Alright, I'm using linguine today. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright y'all, so look, my first protein of choice is going to be lobster tails. Alright, and I'm just going to cut these down in the middle. If you have kitchen shears, honey, you can use the shears. Don't mess around and cut your hand off now. Alright, because that shell is kind of hard. I just like to slice mine in the middle and then hit it with shears. But you get into it however you want to, as long as it's safe. Alright, so look, I'm only using 2 lobster tails. You can use as much or as little lobster as you want, or you can use none at all. Alright, however, you want to take that meat out. Make sure you get it all out. We're going to chop it up. And we're going to use this in our pasta, all right? So I'm just running my knife through this. You can chop it up or you can leave it whole. You can boil the whole shell. Honey, it's up to you. Just get you some lobster meat in there, all right? And I'm going to set that aside. Like I said, if you want more, you can add more. And now we're going to go ahead and move over to our skillet so we can prepare this. Now, I'm using 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I have this over medium-high heat. And I'm going to add into this skillet a pound of large shrimp that is deveined, peeled, and the tails are off. I told y'all many times we don't want to bite into shrimp with tails on them while we eating pasta. That's just ridiculous. All right, so we have that in there, and now I'm also adding in that lobster meat, and these can cook about the same time. That's why I put them in there together. But I'm going to add about a tablespoon of Cajun seasoning because I want this to have a little bit of spice. All right, and then once you get that Cajun seasoning in, you're also going to hit it with a little bit of that onion powder. Okay, you can season your shrimp and your lobster with whatever you want to. I'm just using Cajun seasoning and onion powder because I want this to be delicate. We don't need all that extra stuff. All right, so look, I'm going to remove all of this and set it aside. I have a little bowl here and we're going to use that for later. Okay, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and work on our sauce. So I'm adding in about 1 tablespoon of butter. Don't worry about all that grit down there, baby, because listen, that's good stuff. We want to keep it right there. Okay, and to that I'm also going to add in 2 diced shallots. If you're not familiar with a shallot, it's a very small, like, red onion that has a sweet taste to it, and it is delicious. All right, so I'm adding in 2 diced shallots along with 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. You want to make sure you cook those shallots down a little bit before you add in the minced garlic, because y'all know your garlic will burn. Okay, we don't want burnt garlic. It is disgusting. Trust me. All right, now look, I told y'all those little bits we left from there because we are deglazing this skillet with a 1/2 cup of white wine. Look at that. You see how it just scrapes up off the bottom of the skillet? Okay, cool. That's how we do it. That's called deglazing the pan. Now also, if you don't want to use wine, you can use some type of broth, like chicken broth or vegetable broth or seafood broth, okay? But once you get that deglazed and reduced, we're going to add in about 2.5 cups of either heavy cream or half and half. You can use either, okay? All right. And I'm going to season this with salt and pepper to taste. I added about 3 big pinches of salt, y'all. I want you to add that to your own flavor, okay? Your own taste. And yes, I'm only using salt and pepper because, baby, that's all this needs. We're using seafood. Seafood is delicate. You don't need to put all the extra stuff on it, all right? So I'm going to add in some Parmesan cheese. Honey, you can add in as much or as little as you want. I'm only adding in enough to thicken the sauce, okay? This is not Alfredo. I don't want this to be Alfredo, but I'm just adding just a little bit just to thicken the sauce, all right? So probably about a 1/4 cup of cheese. Like I said, if you want to add more, you can. And this sauce will thicken over time because it's cooking and reducing at the same time, all right? So look, y'all, this is going by pretty quickly. We have our cooked linguine. Check that out. And look, you're going to reduce your heat to as low as possible. And you want to toss your pasta in, okay? Make sure all of that pasta gets coated. Y'all know if y'all seen any pasta recipe that I do, I always toss my pasta in a little bit at a time because I don't want no dry pasta. I want all my pasta to be wet and creamy, period. All right. So I have some good quality lump crab meat. If you want to use some other type of crab meat, you can. I prefer the lump, but lump is expensive, y'all. We need to call this $1 million pasta because it's expensive to make, chat. All right. And there's our cooked shrimp and lobster. Look at that, y'all. Just add it all in there, honey. And that Cajun seasoning gonna shine through on that shrimp. I'm telling you. All right. And I'm adding in some fresh parsley for color because, baby, this thing ain't got no color. It look real sad, but I promise y'all it's delicious, y'all. Look at, ooh. Good. Y'all look at that. Y'all saw how quick this went by. So look, anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's go ahead and plate this up. And there you have it, guys. Our delicious creamy seafood pasta, honey. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I do not like shrimp or lobster. But honey, I told this stuff up. Took the shrimp out and the lobster pieces and just ate it as is. And y'all, it was so delicious, so flavorful. That wine, the garlic, the fresh shallots, all that stuff. I'm telling you, it played so nicely together. Honey, y'all trust me, okay? So look, I want to thank y'all for watching. As always, thank you for supporting my channel. And if you try this recipe out, honey, let me know down in the comments, okay? And if you love my alfredo recipe, baby, you gonna love this times 10, all right? So look, let me know if you try it out. And I'll see y'all next time in the next video. Bye!